Well, good afternoon, cohort 8. And guys, it's been a while since I've seen you. So, I guess it's been since last Thursday. So it's been a little while. Hope you had a great weekend. Listen, I don't really have what the students did today was they wrote the nomenclature quiz that's on naming ionic and covalent compounds, and also naming the hydrocarbons, writing the chemical formula, that kind of thing for these various compounds as well. So naming and writing chemical formula for ionic, covalent, and then some of the special ones like the 10 hydrocarbons plus ammonia. Okay, so you're going to do that tomorrow. So that's one of the things you could do today is just review that information. The other thing we did today was a lab, and I didn't want to post the lab for you. I want you to see it for yourself, so I'm actually not going to post the lab as a lesson today. But what I did do is once you see the lab tomorrow, we're finished chemistry. So I told the cohort B today to go ahead and start the review. Your test won't be until next week. For you, it'll be next Tuesday, but we're probably going to move on between now and then and start doing electricity because we can't afford the time. But I did want to give you a chance to review all the material and ask any questions, so we will have some review, but we might move on in the meantime. Okay, so just so you know, I know some people don't like it when we do that, but like it's a bit hard with the cohort business not to do that. All right, so what do we have today? Well, first I wanted to just point this out to you. So if you look at OneNote here, I posted answers to the density problems. The answers are in brackets, okay, right after the question. So if you look at this, here you can see like I put even the ones that have word answers. The foam is the least dense and has the lowest density, take up the most space. Here I posted the density calculations in brackets, so here you can see the numerical answers are posted for you. Okay, so just please go ahead and verify that you have the right answers there. It's been a while since we've looked at density, but like I forgot to post the answer sheet before and you didn't remind me, so anyway, better late than never. All right, the other thing is this. When you come in tomorrow, we're going to do a lab activity. It's more of a demo. I'm going to do it for you, but like you're going to have to fill in some information on gas testing and stuff like that. So for today, what I have for you is a review exercise. So please, in OneNote, I can push this into your individual folders if you want. But some of you have changed your folder format, so you don't get things that I push in there. So like I can still do it. But anyway, if you can't find these things in your own folders, just look under mine in the content library. This one's called Chemistry Review 2. Okay, so I would like you to answer all these questions. Now, not for just tonight. Okay, remember, this test is next week. So why don't we say by Friday, okay, this week. So I'm going to see you on Wednesday and Friday. So by Friday this week, if you could please have these questions answered. Now some of them, the beginning part is a bit long where it says define them. So if you're defining a proton, I don't want the sort of grade 12 level physics definition of a proton where like it's made up of quarks and there's 2 up quarks and 1 down quark, like that kind of thing. I don't need that level of information from a grade 9 student. Just tell me where it lives in the nucleus of, where it lives in the atom, which is in the nucleus, what kind of charge it has. So it's a positively charged particle that exists in the nucleus of atoms. And it also, what's key about a proton is the number of protons in the nucleus defines which element you're talking about on the periodic table. Okay? So if you could define each of these terms like that, okay, that'd be good. This is not something you have to write down. You just need to be able to do this. Later in the activity, you'll have to do it, and the dot diagrams too. You should know the differences between elements, compounds, mixtures, and so on. You should know the physical properties, malleability, conductivity, luster, ductility, melting point. You should know what each of these words means. So just write a brief definition just as a source of review. Okay, try to do it from memory. Okay, try to do it from memory, and then you're testing yourself then, right? Instead of just looking it up in the notes. Evidence for chemical change, remember gas production and so on, formation of precipitate, changes in temperature. So anyway, if you could please answer these questions. Yeah, So that's basically it for the first 8 things. There's some nomenclature here, similar to what we did before. Writing symbols and names. You're going to get a periodic table on this test though, so don't worry about that. So it makes those questions a bit easier. Here, if you could fill in this period, I want to actually do one thing for you here. Standard atomic notation. I didn't really talk to you about that. So let me just show you what standard atomic notation is. Okay, so standard atomic notation, you put the mass on top. Okay, so let me explain that. So for lithium, you go like this, 7, 3, Li. Okay, so here that's the atomic mass on top, and the atomic number goes up just on the bottom. That's called standard atomic notation. So I did one for you there. You can do the rest of them, just fill it in based on what you see here. Okay, you don't need the periodic table to do this one because it's giving you all the information you need. All right, counting the atoms. So we did that recently, so make sure you can do that. Dot diagrams, a chemical name and chemical formula. Okay, dot diagrams. Rutherford Bohr diagrams. Okay, fill in the blanks. Density problem. In fact, these are some of the same ones we did on the assignment, but it is a review exercise. Okay, and that's it. Now I'm going to be adding a couple of things to this in the next few days, but this is a good start. So if you want to do some of this for now, just remember the entire thing is due Friday. So you should at least do some of it. The first 8 things here will take a little while to write out the definitions. Please do it in OneNote. Okay, and that's it. So that's all I have for you today, just a little review activity. And then what we're going to do is tomorrow we'll do the lab, and we'll also do the nomenclature tests, so don't forget about that. So we're not going to have very much time. That took us pretty much the whole period today. So don't count on having extra time for review tomorrow. Then on Thursday you'll have more review, but I'm honestly probably going to start electricity at that point. Okay, with the other cohort, okay, when you're not here. And so we'll start getting a small amount of homework on the electricity thing, and then early next week, the first day I see you next week, we'll have a chemistry test, the big test, and then we'll continue with electricity after that. All right, so guys, that's it for today. We're pretty much finished chemistry with the exception of the lab tomorrow, which has testing for gases, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. And that's it for now. Okay, so have a good day, guys. We'll talk to you soon.